Okay, so we've got our shape, and it looks like a straight version of this S-curve that we have on the Queen card. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to draw a box. Let's turn Control U back on. Okay, this is going to be Smart Guides. You can find this here, right? Smart Guide is going to snap right to the edge of that. That's going to help things out a lot. Alright, if I need to adjust this, I can come here with my selection tool and transform that box so that it comes down. So now it's covering it exactly. Okay. If I wanted to, I can select this whole thing, and you'll see that we still have just two objects. That's one of the cool things about blends. We'll get into some other fun with blends later. So now I'm going to come up here under Object, come down to Envelope Distort, and I am going to say Make with Top Object. Alright, so now it doesn't look like anything. We just made the black box go away, but watch. I'm using this direct selection tool to edit the object, right? And you'll notice we have Bezier curve handles. Well, watch what happens now. Okay, and then I'm going to click up here. I'm going to pull this point out. I'm going to come down here, curve that one in. So this is a little more exaggerated than what we see in the Queen, but there you have it. Think about what a pain this would have been to try and do that manually. So there you go, computers making your life easier. So now, more fun that we can have, alright, we have not done anything with the Shaper tool. Alright, Shaper tool, I'm going to draw a circle really quickly. How about that? Alright, I'm going to click in here, and I get my little pie editor, and we are going to make a little hemisphere here, kind of like what she has up in her collar. Okay, if I hold down the Shift key, it will drop right there on 180. Alright, actually, let's come back, flip this back around, and let's see, can we get this to go upside down? There we go. So now it's upside down. Alright? So let's have a little bit of fun with this. Alright? So here, next to our Reflect tool, is a Scale tool. Okay? If I come here and I click on this dot in the very center, I'm going to click and I'm going to let go. I'm going to hold down the Shift key, and then I'm going to hold down the Alt key, Vulcan Death Grip, and I just copied that. So let's do that one more time for you. I'm going to Control Z this, okay? So I have the Scale tool, alright? I click one time, I take my finger off, I hold down the Shift key, then I hold down the Alt key, I let go, and now I have a copy. So let's have a little bit more fun with this. Let's change this outer shape. I'm going to come down here to my swatches. I'm going to make the outer shape yellow. I'm going to make the inner shape red. Okay? I'm going to select both of these. I'm going to come back to our friend, the Blend tool, and I'm going to click. You'll notice we have an anchor point here and an anchor point here. Once, twice. There we go. Alright? Magic, isn't it? So now what I can do is I can bring this object down here. Alright? And I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt. And I'm going to copy this. Okay? I've copied that one time. If I do Control D, it will duplicate that. Okay? So now we've got 4 of these little hemisphere things, kind of resembling what we've got up here in the Queen of Hearts collar. So if I select all of these, I can come up here to Object, come back down to Envelope Distort, and let's say Make with Warp. Check that out. Okay, preview off, preview, wait a minute, no? Alright, so we have a dialog box here. Blend is going horizontal. If we click vertical, we get some crazy stuff. Alright, let's say horizontal is probably more what we want. We can have a little control over this. We can distort it. Okay, see how that kind of plays out. Sometimes there may be a need for that. Okay, so have a little fun, right? I'm going to bring this back to 0 by highlighting it, typing 0, and I'm going to say OK. So there we have it. So now we have all kinds of different things that we have distorted with our envelope distort. If I wanted to change this, I can come back in here. You'll notice that blend is at 52. There should be a way to release this. Let's check it out. Envelope distort, release, and we're back. We've got this artifact here that's not doing much for us. Undo, undo, we're back. Okay, come back here. Let's see what happens. Object, envelope distort, release, and we are back to our original object. So Control Z, back to the warp. I would like to see you guys use a pattern in your card that you're redesigning, and I want to see you use an envelope distort to twist it around. So let's zoom in on this. There's all kinds of possibilities here. We've got this shape. It would be kind of interesting to see something like this, but you'll notice this would really lend itself to an envelope distort. Okay. There are also things that we can do where we can mask things in and out. We can get to that at another time, but I think for right now, this should be plenty to keep you going. So try and work this into your card redesign, and good luck. I'll be around.